In the quiet stillness of the night, when the world slumbered and the veil between dreams and reality grew thin, Emma found herself engulfed in a waking nightmare. She lay paralyzed in her bed, unable to move a muscle as an overwhelming sense of dread washed over her like a tidal wave. The darkness seemed to press in on her from all sides, suffocating her with its oppressive weight. Her heart raced in her chest as she struggled to break free from the invisible shackles that bound her to the bed. She tried to scream, to call out for help, but her voice was nothing more than a feeble whisper lost in the void. Panic surged through her veins as she realized she was trapped at the mercy of forces beyond her comprehension. And then, from the depths of the darkness, a figure emerged, a grotesque, twisted form that seemed to defy all laws of nature. Its eyes glowed with an otherworldly light as it loomed over Emma, its presence filling the room with a palpable sense of dread. She could feel its icy breath against her skin, sending shivers down her spine. She tried to look away, to close her eyes and shut out the horror before her, but she was powerless to resist its gaze. It seemed to pierce through her very soul, probing the depths of her darkest fears. As the figure drew closer, Emma felt a cold hand wrap around her throat, squeezing the life out of her. She gasped for air, her lungs burning with the effort, but no breath came. She was drowning in a sea of darkness, with no hope of escape. Whispers filled the air, faint at first, but growing louder with each passing moment. They spoke of unspeakable horrors, of nightmares made flesh, of a darkness that consumed all who dared to look upon it. Emma's blood ran cold as she listened, her mind reeling with terror. Hours passed like eternities as Emma lay paralyzed in her bed, trapped in a waking nightmare from which there seemed to be no escape. And then, as suddenly as it had begun, the darkness receded, the whispers faded, and the figure vanished into the shadows. With a gasp, Emma found herself released from the grip of sleep paralysis, her body trembling with exhaustion and fear. She stumbled out of bed, her heart racing as she fled from the room, desperate to leave behind the horrors of the night. But even as she sought refuge in the safety of the light, Emma knew that the darkness would always be there, lurking just beyond the edge of sleep, waiting to ensnare her once more in its icy embrace. And she prayed that she would never again be visited by the chilling grip of sleep paralysis and the nightmares that came with it.